All right, let's do it. So today's video, let's talk about lessons I learned today. I knew I shouldn't have done, but I did it anyway. Didn't follow my gut. Just did it because maybe I had too much faith. But oh well, what is that? Well, I'm talking about cars right now. Dealerships. Taking your car to a dealership for maintenance. Anyway, that is what we're going to talk about today. And the only reason you should take it is, we'll talk about that in a second. But in general, I should have known better, but here's what happened. So for grins, let's go in here. This site here is visor.vin, visor.vin, one of the best sites out there for looking for cars, new or used. Check it out. It is not backed or sponsored by any auto dealer conglomerate or dealership, and it's independent, and it works great for finding your car. Has more searching. And it's not like these other crappy cars.com and all these other car edge crap. This is the best site I found for finding used and new cars. And they also have a buying service they're affiliated with, which is gold, man. It is gold. Saves you time, hassle, and maybe sometimes money. Yeah, burr. And let's see. So what do I got here? You just type in the car. There, Tacoma. I just want to show you my car here. There's a couple things happened today, which is very interesting. It's not terrible. It's just, what the hell was I thinking? Let's go down and see more. And let's pick this thing, 216. Anyway, check out this site and enjoy it. It's very, very useful site. Lots of criteria, selectors to pick from. I'm going to actually filter out my, I think I have a beige. It's really desert tan. I don't know why they're not. Well, wait, do I scroll? Wait. Oh, that's all. I'm going to just pick, I think beige is desert tan. It's really desert tan, so I don't know why. That's the only thing they're missing here. They got the color off. Tier D Sport. No. Wait, yeah, Sport. I don't even know what I drive. It's a 2016. It's old. But it's only got 50,000 on it, so go figure, right? Let's just see what pops up. Farting around. There we go. So it gives you a map. All this stuff. Anyway, go check out the site. I'm not here to teach about the site. Let's close this down. Boom. Let's close the map. Shows you all the deals around the country. What do I have? Wow, that's a high mileage one. These are all high mileage. Man, I do not drive my truck enough. Let's see. Which is another reason why, the dealership thing. Let's get the closest possible here. 60K, 31. All right, let's do this one. This one looks close enough. All right, this is what I got. Mine is have a little more custom stuff to it, but I blacked mine out. So in 2016, I said, "Oh my God, AC went out," and I'm in Florida. Oh my God, you need AC. So the AC's out. All right, put some cans in a couple times. Had a private shop do it. Still leaked out. I went, what the hell? Cleaned out the evaporator with the chemicals and stuff. No, all leaked out. So I said, all right, this is getting ridiculous. I can't keep going to the private guys. Maybe they're missing something. Decided, okay, let's go to a Toyota certified dealership service shop. Maybe they know some magic because they're Toyota. Yeah, right. They do, they don't. Take it in. Again, I schedule it. It takes me 2.5 months to get an appointment because it's a diagnostic appointment, which is bizarre to me. I don't know, maybe where I'm at, it's hard to get good techs, which I believe, because a lot of automotive techs are leaving the business because they are basically being screwed over by dealerships and shops. And they got that flat rate thing where a tech can work 10 hours on an item, an issue, and only get paid for 2 based on the flat rate schedule. And it's a ripoff for these guys. They work their butts off. I'm pro-tech. I'm anti-service shop management and dealership ownership because they abuse their guys, and it's not fair. So of all the trades, auto repair is probably the worst one to be in right now because you are mistreated. Every other trade, plumbing, electrical, HVAC, quality mechanical repair, stuff like that, industrial level is where the money's at. Don't go to college, guys. Girls go to college, yeah, whatever. But men contracting, work with your hands, that is the new paradigm. AI is going to whack all these jobs coming out. These office jobs where you sit in a cube hating life, those jobs are going to be gone. It's going to be from 100 people down to 1 person with an AI engine tool doing the job for them. Paralegals are gone. Web developers are gone. AI is taking that over. Hollywood is pretty much going to be done because AI is generating. So anyway, point being, trades. Not so much car, but again, I respect the car guys, but you are at the mercy of the shop. Dealership's number one profit center is the service center. So I said, okay, let me take it in. Let me take the old truck in 2.5 months later because, I don't drive it that much. The family members drive it, and I felt bad. Okay, they probably should have AC. I mean, we're not driving far. Let's be real. I could suck it up. Big whoop. I didn't really care because I know things cost money. Any service shop you go to, even private ones. I said, all right, let me see if Toyota can figure out what's going on. Send it in there. They hooked up the diag. They did find it. It is in the evaporator. And I knew there was an issue with the evaporator. I've seen videos on it with Tacomas especially. Toyotas in general have a poor evaporator in their HVAC AC system. It goes for models from 2015 on, and not really only the Tacoma, but I've seen it in Camrys and even some Lexus. But the Tacomas are really notably have a bad evaporator, a pure product. And you say, well, Mr. Jim, why is that a problem? Here's the problem. It's just this little stupid little evaporator, right? It leaks and then it gets grungy. Guess what? It's under your dash in the cab. The car, let's say, what's the saying? Why do mechanics hate engineers? Because these stupid engineers designed the car. They designed it around this little evaporator, which is probably $150. And whoever made the evaporator, it's a crappy manufacturer. I think they're actually out of business, or it was installed in Mexico. I'm thinking it's a both. They had a crappy product, and it was installed in Mexico by the labor down there. And it just seems these trucks suck lately. This one also had a leak on the rear cab backlight, and it caused the headliner in the back to get wet inside, and some trucks got mold. And it's just, what is going on with Toyota? Toyota sucks with quality, and it just irks me because you buy these cars and they were selling as quality. This is 2016, and it's just crap. For an evaporator to go with only it probably went at 40,000. I just didn't care. I said, I don't really use it. But put some gas in it, Freon, not Freon, the whatever the damn new refrigerant is, this stupid EPA requires. Put that in there a couple of years, and it leaked out. And now to have the evaporator go, and here's the clincher, since they built the truck around the evaporator, you have to go in and remove the entire dash, remove the steering wheel, the column, remove the whole plastic radio, some of the side panels. You got it. You move the crash bar. You get down to like it's in a factory being built, and then you got to remove some of the stuff on the firewall, the windshield wiper assemblies and stuff like that to be able to pull this stupid thing out. And what is the deal is the techs, the service shops, on their schedule for this item, it's scheduled 9 hours of labor. So with that and this parts only being a few $100, it comes to roughly, they'll quote you, depending on the dealership, $3,600 and north of that as well. It depends how greedy they get. $3,600 is bad, but again, it's all based on labor rate and how much time it's going to take to replace this stupid piece of crap. And then once they put it back together, they got to charge the system, pull a vacuum, make sure there's no leaks, charge the system again, add more money. So again, you're probably talking $4,000 for a truck. For a truck, this one's a 2016. For a almost a 10-year-old freaking truck, and this thing only has 50K on it miles, and it went about, like I said, 40. Just it should not fail. I have cars older than that. The AC runs perfectly. It's just insane. It's disappointing. You're like, what do I do with this turd? I don't know. Anyway, point being, took it in. They did the diag. They gave me the thing. I had sticker shock. I was thinking maybe $1,000. But again, it's labor. You can do the work yourself. You're going to have to take time, probably over a couple days to pull that thing apart. Mark and label everything. There's videos on it, high-speed ones where they they tape every cable, wire, just so they mark every bolt, blah, blah, blah. So you put the thing back together. It's a lot. It's just almost not worth it. It's almost worth just dumping a can of gas, AC gas in there every spring or whenever you need it. Because that's a lot of money to pay to get something fixed like that. I don't know. Anyway, took it in. Then, of course, they call and say, well, here it is. Oh, by the way, you also need... The guy was a little slow. Nice, simple guy. He kind of sense he was more on the slower end of the spectrum, trying to be nice. And you also, that's not the least of your problem. You have to. That's one of the sayings. I've been out of dealing with service departments for a long, long time. I think. Again, I bought a little car, new one, using the visor.vin site here, and using the car buying service for my daughter. It was easy as crap. It was the best buying experience ever. Simple, 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 simple. I highly recommend it. Who was it? Delivered on here. Go to Delivered. Use them to buy your next car. You will not regret it. You pay for their service, and I'm testimonial. Write me, contact me if you have any questions, and I'll give you the details on what I went through. It was perfect. Anyway, what are we talking about? Did that? Oh yeah, your lower sway bar links are bad and they need replaced. And then it's a safety thing. Oh my God! And your tire wear is probably bad because of that, and you need new tires. And I have not driven the truck. It's been my wife's been driving the truck to work, and I don't know. I'm thinking maybe they're right, maybe I'm wrong. I think the tires are only 2 years old. I got them off tire racks. And I go, what the hell? I know how to plug one because I got a nail. But again, I'm not driving highway speeds. I'm barely going 45 here, barely. And I go, what the hell? I can't wear those things down that quick. I bought Toyos, which are not bad tires. They're not like the cheapy ones people buy. Next tires I do buy will be Bridgestones. Highest, they're $1,000 for 4, but they're worth it. All right, there was the tire thing, the brake thing. He goes almost on metal. I even said, should we put new rotors on? He goes, no, we'll just mill them, turn them down. I said, okay. So I'm thinking, well, there he could have upselled me on new rotors. So I was surprised by that. Maybe I caught him off guard. And then he said the sway bar links, and that was it. I'm surprised that was it. So point being, I take the truck in for a diagnostic, which I got. I appreciate that. They got the diagnostic right. $250, right? Probably more with tax, whatever. Took it in, got the diag, and I should have just took the keys and run. Said, fine, done. Let's go. Got my diag. Oh man, it's the evaporator. Pain in the butt. Live with it. Forget it. All right, now he brings in other stuff. Now I'm feeling guilty. Well, it took 2.5 months to get in there. Maybe I should just have him do everything. And I asked the guy on the phone, please, I said it multiple times. Text me over the estimate. Never did that. He just like blah 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 blah. I think it's a little slower. Never did it. All right, whatever. Then I didn't hear anything. So 2 days later, I call. This is Wednesday. I called Friday. He's out to lunch. Thank God, because I got the lady that actually knows what's going on there. I said, "What's the deal? What's the status on this thing? And what's the estimate?" And it was like $3,300 for sway bar links, tires, which is fine. Listen, I'll give you the price. Tires $1,100, rotation, alignment, sway bar links, all that crap, and then brakes. We're talking about $3,300. Oh my God, dude! I told him to keep it below 2, and I don't know where all this other stuff come from. So what's funny? I think she's the manager. She goes, sway bar links. She quoted. It said, "Oh, that's $900." I went, what? I've never effed or messed with sway bar links. I know what they are. It's a sway bar, connects both sides of the front suspension together to improve handling. Woo, woo, woo. Not rocket science, not a critical item. I said, wow, that's expensive. And then I said, that's interesting. And then I said, listen, I don't need tires. I mean, I'm down where I'm at. We don't drive far here, and it's not a super highway anywhere near here. And we barely go 45. I said, just don't mess with the tires. And let's not do these sway bar links, because that's a lot of money for sway bar link. What the hell? It's not a critical life-saving piece of equipment. But the brakes, I said, all right, I know I've been neglecting the pads. I just haven't gotten to it because the cars are always in use. So I said, just do the pads, turn them. All right. I'll get back to you in an hour. She never gets back to me. This is a dealership, Toyota. They're a Toyota dealership here on the island. Never gets back to me, so I'm waiting about close to 3. I call, and again, after 2 hours later, I was like, well, what's the deal? And it's done. She did the brakes, and the parts weren't even in for the sway bar link. Thank God. The tires were, and I said no on the tires. That's just ridiculous. They're trying to push this crap on me. So basically what it comes down to is just the scams that dealerships pull. You bring in a car in there for one thing. I did get what I asked for. I asked for the diag. That's fine. I own that. $250. It confirmed my suspicions that this evaporator was bad, which is a pain in the butt. Live with it. Big deal. But then they throw in the other crap. Oh, you need new tires. You got sway bar link things, and you need to brake. Brakes, I said, just do it. You're there, right? I said, all right, I'll give you that. And again, that was pricey too, brakes and turning the rotors. So I just had them do, the diag was done. I had them do, they actually charged the system, and it wasn't leaking out yet. So it's holding a little bit. We'll see how long it holds. It might be a month before it's all gone, the AC gas. And they did the brake. So I'm out $850. Brake job, AC fill, and AC diagnostic. All right, I just sucked it up as whatever. I probably just wanted to pay for the diag and hope they would find the problem and fix it for under $1,000. No, I was way off. So that woke me up. I just said, stop, just do the brakes. They did it. I went and picked the truck up, got my brakes, new pads, milled rotors, new gas in the AC, which is good. And that's fine. I said, all right. Went and filled up the truck with real gas, gasoline. Came home, threw the cardboard on the ground. It's hot out. I just said, okay, let me check this crap. First, went out to the dealership. I went around and checked the tires. Tires are perfectly fine. They're not brand new tires, but they're not bald and showing thread or anything like that. They're decent tires. So that was the first lie. They were just trying to push tires and make, whatever their markup is, they'll try to push tires on you. Number one. Brakes, I did need front brake pads. That's okay. The sway bar links, I got under the truck. I use that linoleum type surface shields anti-rust coating on the bottom of my vehicles just to keep the rust at a minimum, abated as much as possible. Just it's a coating, like a waxy coating on it. So I looked at them and said, oh, maybe they, there's no grease fittings on these things, right? They're just vertical little links and they're small. And here, I'll show you. Hold on. All right. They are these things. These are these linkage things here. There's your sway bar. Here's your sway bar. And there's the linkage, one on each end. And I'm thinking, well, maybe it is. I don't drive the truck. I'm thinking, oh, maybe he's right, whatever. So I get home. I get under there. And I watch was it Chris Fix video on checking your suspension. And these things aren't under loading pressure. So you can check them with the car on the ground, the truck on the ground. You don't need to jack it up. They're not load bearing. They're not, they're not holding the weight of the vehicle. It's just more of a swaying thing to keep the, the turning keep it a little more performant, I guess. People say you can remove it too. Your truck will be a little smoother or softer. I said, that might be better because I have speed bumps where I'm at. Anyway, I went down, I grabbed, see where number 4 is here? I went down, put my glove on, just started to pivot it. And then these are ball joints, right here. So they can move. The one on the driver's side was perfectly fine. I said, what the hell? Because usually they're supposed to be, if they're bad, they're loose and you can move them with your hand. You can actually, you'll see, oh, this should not be going, it should pivot around the ball joint, which is fine. It should not be going in and out where it's like kind of loose. I didn't see anything wrong with the one on the driver's side. The left one, I went on the passenger side. It looked fine. I looked at it. I moved it. It wasn't loose. It wasn't cracked or anything. I looked around for it rubbing or breaking. Sometimes I do get a clunk on that side. I think it might be brake pad slap. I'm not sure. Now I'm saying, oh, maybe it's the sway bar link. Nope. So I'm not a total idiot. I'm pretty much an idiot, but I knew that these things are fine. So they tried to get me to get these sway bar links with labor, $900 some bucks, right? And look what they cost. This is an OEM part. And this is what I do. I usually buy the parts from a Toyota dealership online, and you get them at a decent price if you look around, and sometimes you get decent shipping. Sparks is another one, but they have a lot. They're cheap online, but their shipping will kill you. They make up it in shipping. Like you'll buy one of these little things that weigh a pound, they'll charge you like $200 in shipping. It's stupid. It's just, what's your point? You're not winning over any customers. Anyway, so here's the best site I use. I got all my brake stuff from here. Nashua, is that New Hampshire? Up somewhere, not here, somewhere up north, up in Yankee country. And it's $116 on sale, discounted, OEM part. I only go with OEM as best as I can because why not, right? And I was going to get these, but then when I got the truck home, checked the tires are fine. I checked them at the service thing. All right, this is irking me. I even checked that they did the rotors and they were shiny and looked like they'd just been milled. And so they did that. I get home, I pop the hood, I check everything because I've learned sometimes they may F around with your truck and pull off some oil caps and that or dipstick and I'll put them back by mistake. So everything was there. I checked the fluids. everything was good. You just never know if they're mucking with your truck or they forget. Not notoriously, but not nefariously, but they may just take the oil cap off and look just for an inspection and forget to put it on. That's, the techs I trust, but the managers try to write stuff up like they did here. Like, oh, he need new tires. He need new sway bar linkage. I do not. I did not. I did need new brake pads. So you got to watch it. The whole moral of the story, as you all probably know, and it's eating me alive for a day or two going, why did I do this? And when she said 3,300, I went, what? I don't want to justify this. This is not a daily driver for me. I drive it once in a while, and we don't drive that far. I just, after a while I called today, and I said, no, what do we got to stop? I just said, just do the brakes. That way it's a safety item. Then I can say I'll pay the additional markup you guys charge and get the brakes done. So what I did do, maybe last year, I did have that damn leak. Again, another problem with these Toyotas, which is they're crap. Quality is crap on Toyota. I'm sorry. Now you've heard of the latest Tundras, the engine's bricking and blowing up. This is a 2016. Something's been going on in Toyota since like 2015, 2016. Maybe they are being built in Mexico. Maybe they're cheaping out. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, had the rear cab brake light leaked into the cab when it rained and the car wash, whatever, hosed it off. And it would get up under the headliner and it would stain it and mold. I didn't get mold. I don't smell mold. I smelt the mildew. And I went, oh, this can't be real. It's a Toyota. I was in denial. I didn't believe, this can't. It's a Toyota. They wouldn't, Japanese wouldn't let that happen. No, that's dishonorable. They would have to do harikari or something silly. But no, it leaked. I went, I took that in. Again, why? The only time to go to a dealership is if you have a recall or a TSB service bulletin, Toyota service bulletin, and you're not paying out of pocket. You're paying inconvenience because you got to go deal with the dealership. And most times the parts service guys they're normal people, but they have to answer to their warlords, their overlords that say, take as much from the customer as you can. But there was nothing here to take. And in this case, they fixed it. And they also checked my differential because there was also another recall or TSB bulletin on checking the truck's differential. So other than that, the truck's been fine. It's gearing's a little bit off, but again, I'm very disappointed in the Toyota. It's 9 years old now. I've taken really good care with the fluids and everything and rotation tires. Brakes I'll let go because I haven't been driving and paying attention. The AC thing is really disappointing for a truck that cost me $30,000 back in 2016 to pay $3,600 to get a part replaced, like AC. That's ridiculous. So anyway, that's my story. When you go to dealerships, only go if you have recall or TSBs or service bulletins where they're going to cover everything. And even if you get extended warranties, be warned, they won't cover like stuff like the leaking roof and stuff. If there is no recall notice or something like that, you can raise a stink with Toyota, but they don't care. What are you going to do? Sue them? They're in Japan. They don't care about you. They hate Americans, right? Anyway, I don't know. But that's the thing. I don't know. What stories have you guys? It's just, I knew this crap. I hated dealerships my whole life. And I wanted to go there because I figured they had a special thing to check this AC, hoping they'd seen it a million times. And they have, because I watched some YouTube videos where private shops goes, this is the 12th Tacoma we've had to replace the evaporator on. And these are sometimes 2020 Toyotas. Mine's 2016. So I don't know. I'm just saying, if you're looking to buy a Toyota, I'm just going to say, I think that ship has sailed. The quality ship has sailed. The little car I got from my daughter is a Mazda. I'm thinking this thing is not bad. I'm liking this Mazda. We rented. Oh, the other thing with this damn service department stuff, I'll just need it for a couple days. And I'm thinking, well, you never wrote me back on the estimate. You never got back to me, kept me a status how many days. The guy, again, I think was on the spectrum a little bit on the simpleton side. And I had to go rent a car, and we rented a RAV4. That damn thing, those are the ones that conk off when you're at the stop sign and stuff. I hate that. I'm like swearing. No, I hate this thing. I'm going, boy, that Tesla Model Y is looking really good right about now. I'm thinking, boy, if I get the truck sold for, high 20s and, whatever, 30, I mean, God, you can maybe drop a couple bucks on it or lease a Model Y, the new one, and not deal with gas, oil, all that crap. Just charge the damn thing and be done. I did have a Model S back in 2015. and I loved it. But I'm an early adopter. I had some issues with it, but they fixed it. They were wonderful about it. So let's go here. I want to show you. Having said that, here my truck. Look at this thing, 2016. Mine has 50,000 miles on it. Well maintained. They want 31,008. I mean, if I'm just like I spent 30K on my truck in 2016. Oh, then the other thing is, here's what happened. Right when I dropped it off, what they do, they have a automated text went out to me. Hi, this is, I forgot her name, Ella and Alice from the Keys Auto Center, acquisition department. Your car is in high demand. Would you be interested in selling it to us? I thought it was a scam because it was a weird phone number. I actually called them a day later and said, do you have this person with this department? Oh yeah. I said, well, it seemed like a scam. You might want to change the phone number. Then I just went back out of grins. I got the car back. And I went in, then I came until I got the car home. I said, I replied yes. And then they gave the range. It was an automated AI range or whatever, canned response. It wasn't a person. And it was lowballed. So say this is 31, I could sell outright. Say I could probably sell mine for 34. With the bad AC, 32. They wanted, their range was $14,000 to $18,000. They almost wanted to lowball me under half. Dealerships prey on your ignorance and not stupidity, ignorance, lack of knowledge, lack of how the game's played, in hopes that you will say, oh, I'll take that. I need $18,000 to, blah, 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 buy lotto tickets, and they hope you'll fall for it. And then what they do, they take the car, run through their service shop, make their tech get abused, and say, dude, do the 9-hour AC replacement. We'll give you an hour pay. And then they resell it and make, let's see, they bought it for 18, Jesus, they make 12K profit off a car. You know what I mean? With no flooring plan they had to pay. That's the game, guys. It's your money, and they want to take it out of your wallet and your effort and put it in their pocket. And that was an experience dealing with these guys again. Sure, they were not mean or anything to me. It's just I saw the game, and that's why my gut was saying, get the hell out of there. Get your truck out of there at all costs. If it doesn't feel right initially, run for the border, man, because it's not good. Only go to dealerships for, like I said, recalls, TSBs. If you're buying a new Toyota, be very cautious. Maybe get the extended warranty because that AC evaporator will go. And if you have a Tundra, probably the engine's going to go too. So do you really want to deal with that? I'm just saying, I don't care. All cars, apparently, maybe these are all the Mexico-built cars are crap. I'm going to go out and look at my VIN area in my dash and see where this thing was built. I bet. I don't know. I'm betting it was in Mexico. I'd be surprised. Probably it was Tennessee, or Kentucky. We'll figure it out. Anyway, that's my story for today. Yeah, long story, but sometimes long stories are good. Something to listen to while you're walking around, right? Yeah. So I don't know what to do. I like to try. I drove it back. The clunk went away. So I'm actually thinking it was disc slap, where the disc slaps on the rotor when you hit a bump. I hit these little speed bumps in my stupid neighborhood. Let's put, I call them stop bumps. Like speed bumps are supposed to be curved enough to make you go the desired speed limit. These things are like, you better stop or your whole front end's going to fall off if you hit it. It's ridiculous. But it was smooth coming back, so maybe it was just disc slap. Check the sway bar links. And again, check as much as you can before you pull out of that service lot. Because like I said, if they left the oil cap off or they didn't put oil in your truck, once you off that lot, they say, it wasn't us. Good luck. Get your lawyer. Go. Cars suck. Bottom line, Teslas are looking better to me. I did have the one. It was plain Jane, but I'm just thinking, geez, as you get older and you start dealing with cars and having to deal with dealerships, you're like, I don't have time for this crap. And that's why I used the delivered car buying service, because they made it easy for me. Are they on here? Let me see. I just want to show you guys because I'm just impressed. It cost me $1,000 to use them. They got a car for me from my daughter. All is good. I am happy, and she's had it over a month now. And we're just waiting on the title and tag stuff to come in because we have temporary. But that is where it's at. I don't know where it's at. Bum, bum, bum. Two Brothers. I don't know where it's at. Oh, no. Well, just go to her site. It's on here somewhere. I'm going to find it for you. You're going to have to be patient. This is my video. You're going to be patient. All right, here we are. Roadmap. I don't know what I'm looking for. What's new? Oh, I don't know. Visitor is built, focused on the car buyer. It's a good site. Alone, this is a good site. Anyways, DELIVRD delivered. Let me see if it pops up. DELIVRD. Why is this taking forever? All right, we're looking for it. There we go. Your personal car buying advocate. Just want to see if this is it. Do you guys see it? Hold on. I should just live stream this, but this is easier. Yeah, this guy, Tommy. And I used Ramona, I think was my consultant. She was awesome. Incredible. I mean, you use them to save you
Here's
time.
the story of how we ended up with our brand new car.
Oh.
First of all, we want to thank Tom because without him, I literally don't know how he would have done all of this. He is so knowledgeable about all things in the car industry, and it was such a unique situation that most people have never heard of, and he helped us navigate through this entire process. And anyway,
I don't know if you heard that. She's just giving her testimonial. But again, like he always says, you're paying $1,000. It's not to save you a lot of money, but most times you do get a decent deal. They're just taking the hassle, the time, the headache away from you, and they will follow up with you. One guy had an issue where there was some damage on his what's the nice car, Supra, and the manager was out of town, so the lowers at this Toyota place in Florida were giving him a runaround and being douches about it. Tommy and his team went to bat for him. The manager came back and said, oh my God, what the hell have my people done? And basically they resolved it. He said, no, I'm sorry, I had a bunch of idiots working for me. And then even the conglomerate that owns all these Toyota dealerships in Florida sent out a massive letter saying, don't treat your customers like idiots, you fools. So, you know, they get what they get. You have to hire these low IQ people to work in some of these entry sales positions, and that's what happened. But that they went to bat for the guy, got his car fixed, you know, couple $1,000 just to get the bodywork fixed up, scratches and dents and little baby grooves, not dents, but it needed work. So they'll go to bat for you, which is why I liked them. Anyway, tangent, long video. Basically, I told you in the beginning what it was about, what I went through. It's not a big issue, but it just reminds me of think before you do. Go by your gut. And if it doesn't feel right, get out of the situation with anything in life, because it's not going to get any better. And when they're not calling you back and communicating you, and you're hiring them and paying them your money, it's your money you worked for or earned somehow, and you're giving it to them, they should be in communication with you as part of that transaction deal. You shouldn't be at home guessing what's going to happen and freaking out, because a car is expensive. Maintaining a car is expensive. Owning a car is expensive. It's hard to find people that are kind of honest. And I know I don't know. I think if you were an honest shop and say, listen, you don't need this, you don't need that. We'll put, I'm just saying you probably want to get this done down the road. Honesty brings in more business than anything else, because word of mouth is king. Organic marketing is the best. When people go in and say, oh my God, they wanted me to get new tires and all this stuff replaced that does not need replaced. I'm surprised he didn't say get a new belt, and he didn't pull out the new dry belt and filter stuff. I went, dude, I take care of that crap. Maybe he saw how clean the crap was, because I do maintain the truck. Except for the brakes. I'll let him go. I'm sorry. But that's where we're at. We're all done. And I have a challenge where I may rip out the dash one day and replace the evaporator. But right now, I can buy a can of AC gas and pump in that thing. Depending how long this gas lasts. I'm going to see how the leak lasts. Hopefully it's a month. Because then, geez, $100 a can for gas is cheaper than $3,600 labor, in the hopes that it fixes it. Because I've heard that guys went in with their Toyota, got their evaporator fixed by Toyota service techs, and the evaporator fails yet again. It's the bad part. It's the bad manufacturer, the vendor that Toyota's using. It's just, you got to do it again? This is a never-ending pain in the ass. It's just not worth it. I'm saying, I want to get rid of this Toyota, but it's fine now. I don't have AC. I do have it, but until the gas runs out, which it is leaking. But I will never buy another Toyota having been through this. It's just the quality's gone. That whole thing about their shtick, their motto, it's bull crap. Go get the car you want. Don't listen to quality is job one. Ford, that's Ford. But Toyota quality, bull crap. I like the Mazda I got for my daughter. It's awesome. It's a fun little car. That may be the thing, like this thing. I love this little Miata, but I probably couldn't get out of him. It's so low to the ground. It's just tough, guys. I don't know. I don't know. And then do you lease a car? Because now you can lease, like you said, the Tesla Model Y for $399 a month. And you know, if anything happens to the damn thing, it's a lease. Hopefully they'll fix it, right? I mean, I have to look at the details on that. But that's where I'm at. Anyway, that's today's video. It's a long video. It's about dealing with that crap. Crypto stuff, whatever. You guys are watching it. Bitcoin to the moon. If you have altcoins, don't waste your time. If you have Ethereum, don't waste your time. Get out of that crap. Everything should be in Bitcoin. Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Buy it, shut up, and watch it grow like everybody says on X and YouTube. And do not get rid of it. I'm trying to wait for another dip. I bought it at 101. I want it to go back. Go down so I can buy some more. And that's where I'm at. All right, have a good day. I am out. I might go for a walk after this video. All right, thank you for watching. Let's go back over here. And we'll terminate this video. All right, take care, guys. Woo!